Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Zeb0 here, and today we are going to be making another BO3 video. I'm actually going to be telling one more story. So this is, I think I kind of mentioned it in a way, in one of my, my first one when someone stole my iPod, about the guy that I called Jay. Oh, I like that. I don't know why I'm going to keep that, but... So yeah, so this kid Jay, I'm gonna stick with Jay. So Jay. So yeah, I said that he stole shoes, but before and after that is what really is messed up. Hold on here. So me and him, best friends. He was held back, but it was because he has this thing where he gets like sick a lot. It could be hot outside and he can get the flu. He got the flu like I think in July, he got July 3rd, the day before 4th of July, and I think it was nuts. But so what happened was, oh god. Ugh. So what happened was we were good friends. So it was like a kind of like a back to school night, like a meeting thing for parents. To I don't know how you say it. Kind of like get to know your classes. It's like like a first market period, your first month of through school. So we're walking around. We're having fun, not doing things bad, but doing things good. What we did was this is funny. We went around with badges, like fake badges, like we just got sticky notes, put like a star on them, and called it the hallway sheriff and stuff. And what we did was we went around and started helping people get through the hallways that needed help. And as we did it, he goes into his locker and pulls out a pair. It was either retro 6 or 7s, the blue ones. Awesome, brand new. Not even like I think there's like a little scuff on the right foot ones. But like, he handed me, they're like my perfect size. I'm like, there's no way he's giving me these. He's like, dude, I got these and my mom gave me the wrong size. And I'm like, well, I can't take them. They're yours. You just sell them to someone else they'll pay you. It's like, no, I want to give them to you. Like, okay. I thought it was like a dream come true because it's hard. Back then it was hard for me to get shoes like that. I have LeBrons and a pair of Kobe's. And I don't invest in shoes like other people do. But so he hands them to me. I'm like, okay. So it's a whole I think week, not even a week of having them. And I'm not ready to bring them to school because I had a thought that they're kind of stolen in a way. So I decided to wait a little bit for maybe if he did steal them. So I kind of waited, and then, what do you call it? I waited, and then wore them. The very first day I wore them, this kid was like, I think those are my shoes. I'm like, what are you talking about? Jay gave these to me. He's like, Jay, he's not here. And like, he gave it to me like 2 weeks ago, or a week. I didn't know. I forget. But he was like, I was like, he gave them to me. He's like, are you sure he gave them to you? I'm like, yeah, he took them right out of his locker. And it was like, well, he kind of checked it's like the top of the tongue, but it's like right where the middle of your foot is, but on the top part, it had his name. I'm like, oh my god, these are stolen. And I go down to the assistant principal and the principal, and everyone's beside me. I'm like, I tell him, and I tell him the truth. I'm like, my mom. They called my mom, and was like, hey, they called him, and my mom even said, like, she was right there when he handed them to me. And so when they're there, they're like, well, apparently you had them and you had no proof. So they call my mom. She's telling them like, yes. She's like, what happened? She's like, well, these shoes were stolen. And they're like, by who? I'm like, she's like, oh my god. And my mom trusted this kid because he was nice and he had good grades for a kid that got held back. I think he just had. They're better than mine, I'd say. But the grades, that's not part of this story. So I was like, call my mom. So I had to wear them for the rest of the day. And I'm like, I don't want to wear these. I don't want to wear stolen shoes. And so she's like, well, you gotta wear them. It was pouring. I mean, it was cold, freezing rain. And the kid was like, okay, so when we get to the thing, take them off. He's like, can we walk to my apartment? And we're in front of the assistant principal. So he said that he was being nice on purpose. You know what I mean. You know how that is. So they just say stuff to get it over with. Well, he says it, and I'm like, okay, like I kind of believe him. And so the day goes on. He gets scared, cause he's like one of those kids that rides with like rides with people. You know what I mean? Like has people always beside him. So they're like, well, we know where you lives, and they're cool with me. And I'm like, okay. So I mean, they didn't say nothing mean to me. They didn't like bully me, or they're pretty nice to me. He was like, this ain't the first time Jay's done this. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, he's stolen so much things. I'm gonna call this kid Vay. He said he stole stuff from my friend Vay. I'm like, really? And this kid Vay, I knew him for years. And so after that, I go home. And right when we get to the bus stop, right after I get to the bus, he's like, take them off. I'm like, dude, it's like, where's the rent? You said I could wear them, we could wear them, and I'd, walk to my apartment building, get in there, and we'll stay in there, and I'll take them off in there so I don't have to walk in the rain. And he was like, just take them off right now and just run home. I'm like, but I might get sick. I can get sick. I was like, I don't care. I saw he was getting mad. I'm like, he's like, he stole them. They're expensive. And I'm like, I don't get sick easy. I mean, I don't get sick. I am healthy. I was like, I'm healthy. I mean, I think I've been out last week. I was out all week except Friday because I was sick. That was the first time I got sick in years. I mean, like dog years long. But after that, and so after that situation, this is funny. This is when people said, he's like, are you sure he stole them and gave them to you? Like, yeah. And then the kid that the shoes were stolen from, he was like, Jay, he said that you told him to take them. He's like, well, I got my mom to prove it. He's like, I'm not need your mom. I'm talking about you, just you, not your mom. I don't care what she says. Like, okay. So I said, I have proof. And so I was like, he was like, you know what? I called Jay's mom. I was like, and I said, like, so where's Cameron at right now? I have her speaker, and the kid that shoes got stolen from, he was like this. He was like, and the girl was like this. His mom. He's like, oh, he had to go to school because he tried to kill himself. He said he did something really wrong, and that he started doing things bad, and he's doing really bad things. And I was like, okay, so about to kill himself, and he got arrested for doing something. And I'm like, so you're gonna believe me, or a kid that got arrested, hit his mom, and smoked and did all kinds of stupid crap? And he was like, well, you got a point. But if I find out that you took them, there's gonna be a problem. Like, okay. So after that, everything was on me. That kid that the shoes that got stolen from, we should call him Abraham. The one that had his shoes stolen. He, as that time grew, I guess we'd say we got closer together, as friends. And he's cool. I like him. But yeah, that was the end of the story. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want more, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.